Hello everyone and welcome to version 1.3. I am very excited. I've seen a couple of screenshots of the new game and I'm also excited to start a new campaign. So let's jump into it. So new campaign, you guys chose the German Empire and a starting date of 1890. I did not put any of the other stuff up to vote, so I will keep it on normal because I like to I don't like it when the AI has like 1,000 ships. We'll go with historical, and we will, I think for 1890, the ship design doesn't really matter. It's more of how many ships you have and less of what quality they are, because everyone has the same tech. So I will be auto-generating, and I will be putting share designs to always. I don't remember what share designs I have, and I hope they're not extremely broken and overpowered. So here we go. Okay, all of my campaigns seem to be gone. That is perfectly fine. And now to wait for 5 minutes while the game loads. Alright, and we are in. Oh, immediately noticing a little bit of a difference. If I hover over these different provinces, they highlight different colors, supposedly depending on the nation. And supposedly, if you click this little button right next to the help and the report bug button, it's called highlights. You can see all of the countries with their respective colors already highlighted. So I am actually going to keep this on because this is very helpful for me. I still wish I could turn off these tooltips. They're kind of annoying, just throwing my mouse around and random things are happening. But, oh well. So we are the Empire Germany. I don't believe we have... Okay, we have a couple provinces in Africa mostly. Also, we have a port over here for some reason, which we have apparently like a fourth of our fleet there. Maybe not. Never mind. Okay, Germany. Let's see what we have. Okay, so we have 11 capital ships. I remember. No battle cruisers because they don't exist yet. So 11 battleships, 18 heavy cruisers, 32 light cruisers, and 15 torpedo boats. A lot of capital ships, but honestly, might as well. I have so much money in this age. Let's add crew. Let's check. Actually, let's go through all these first. Oh, we're still building a couple light cruisers. Okay. Alright, let's look at the ships that we have. I have two types of torpedo boats. They're both very similar. Okay. Battleship. Okay, doesn't look horrible. Oh, quick loading time, that's always a bonus. Okay, it looks pretty standard. Engine efficiency really is something to be desired, but honestly I don't think it can get much better anyways. Okay. Compound, seriously? I know for a fact compound armor makes the ship way heavier than iron plate, which is very interesting. Alright, 10,000 ton ship. It's pretty decent. Steam. This is all pretty much just, yeah, basic stuff. Enhanced reload. I'm glad this is decent ship so far. 13 inches for okay. No superstructure. That's gonna leave me worried. Actually, wait, what guns are these? 9s? Oh boy. Well, 9.2s. Do they at least reload really fast? Oh, under a minute. I mean, that's pretty good for 1890, but I'm wondering if they're actually going to be able to pen anything. And that range is not fantastic at all. Wait, how many secondary guns do I have? Seriously? Man, I don't have very many secondaries, do I? I got 2 4.1s, 2 2-inches, and 4 1.3s. Wow, that is not a lot of firepower, but hopefully it'll be okay. Cramped quarters is always something I'm not a huge fan of, but I'm hoping the armor is going to carry us through this battle. Or, well, at least keep us alive. Keep the ship alive, I should specify. Because I believe, what was it, 13? Yeah, 13 inches of main belts, which is crazy. That level of protection is even valid in, like, what, 1910? I mean, the rest of this is a little bit lackluster, but I mean, no one's going to be hitting the deck at this time period. Conning tower's good at least. Inner deck is decent. It's armored turrets. Top, yeah, I could care less about the top. And the AI always likes to design their secondaries with a lot of armor, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but I mean, you do you. Oh wait, I've short barrels. No wonder I shoot so quick. Alright, so this is a very close range ship. Good to know. Close range with standard bulkheads and cram quarters. What could possibly go wrong? And let's check out our heavy cruiser, which actually I like the looks of. About the same engine efficiency. 7.2-inch guns. That's also not bad. They look like they're reduced, though. Reduced length. Yeah, they are, -12. I seem to have gotten a lot of ships with very, very short barrels, which is actually a good thing in this era, because I mean, I can't really shoot beyond 4 kilometers anyway, so you won't spot anything. 5.7 armor, or inches of armor, that's pretty good. Turrets are armored pretty good. Compound again, that's pretty good. Honestly, AI's not doing horrible. Torpedoes is always nice. Spacious quarters, okay. Very small ship, only 3,000 tons-ish, 3,000 and a half. 19 knots, I did not see. Okay, battleship does 18 and a half. This does 19, a little over 19 and a half. Which is decent. I think it's going to be interesting, because these are very, like, heavily armored and decently fast ships, but their armament is very short-ranged. So it's going to be like a lot of really big speedboats I'm going to have to send directly into the enemy. Okay, I'm okay with this ship so far. I like it. Let's look at my light cruiser. Okay, well, I'm not impressed, but then again, I never am with any light cruiser. 5.1-inch guns. That's a little much for this era, because, I mean, let's be real. You're not going to hit any torpedo boats. You're probably not going to hit another light cruiser. And I mean, you will probably hit a heavy cruiser in the battleship, but it won't do anything. So, not so useful. I guess these guys will have to be fire starters. Base fuse, black, well, reduced shells. I really, what's the plan with this, huh? Did you give him? It's okay armor. It's not as good as it could be. Really heavy on the aft belt for some reason. Turrets aren't that short though. 17 seconds, 14.8. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this ship, but I mean, if you ever find a light cruiser you're happy with, please, like, show me, because I would love to see a light cruiser that makes people happy. Yeah, I mean, 20 knots is okay, I guess. A little spotter, and that's about it. Okay, last but not least, our torpedo boats. Oh, okay, interesting. A lot of guns. 7 3.1-inch guns. 6.3 seconds, and about a little under 3 kilometer range. Minimum bulkheads, honestly, that makes sense. Okay, this is not a horrible ship. I liked all of the little guns. It's either a fire starter or a very good anti-torpedo boat ship. Heavy shells. Can you fire that fast, really? Not bad, yeah. Torpedoes, standard torpedoes, okay. I think everything's had enhanced reloading, unless I've missed something. Everything is negative barrel length, which is, I guess it makes a lot of sense for this era. And then the other torpedo boats. Not as huge fan of this. 29 knots, the other one was 28 and a half basically. Spacious quarter, few bulkheads. This seems like a more protected torpedo boat, but I don't think it really matters. Oh, these are 2-inch guns? No. I'm not a huge fan of this. Increased torpedoes? Nah, considering they're only going to get one shot, I could care less. Alright, well, I'm not a huge fan. It has an extended beam for some reason to fit the little 2 inchers on there. I don't know why you'd need 2 inchers there. Could easily put them next to the tower, but whatever. Alright, not a huge fan of this boat. I like the S1 a lot better, even though its engine efficiency is almost non-existent. And its aft to weight offset is horrible. This one is a little bit more manageable. Well, overall, I mean, not horrible ships, but just not ships that I would design in a million years. Oh, time for the next 5 minutes to wait for my game load. Oh, never mind. Okay. Pleasantly surprised. So I have 11 of these battleships. What are they in? The Brandenburg. Brandenburg? I hope it's pronounced. I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing this wrong. You gotta believe me. I'm certainly trying. Okay, I'm fine with the battleship. The battleship I think is pretty cool. The heavy cruisers I like a lot. We have 18 of those. We have 18 heavy cruisers. The Rune? I'm just gonna call it Rune. Rune class heavy cruiser. Good to know. And CLs we had, what, 15? No, this is more than 15. The München class. Anyways, the München class seems not, well, it's a light cruiser. I mean, what are you gonna do about it? And finally, the torpedo boats. Okay, wait. These are all S1 class. Oh, I can't tell what that is. Oh, it tells me over here. Never mind. So we have one S16, and I'm going to keep it that way because I could really. I might even scrap this. Nah, whatever. I'll keep it. Okay. So how much money do I have? Well, that's a decent amount of money. Okay, politics. Who am I most likely going to be engaged with first? Britain. That makes sense. So go ahead. Helgoland. Oh, I've noticed that that I is probably right. It's Heligoland. Wait, is it Heligoland? Wait a minute. This is Helgoland. This is Heligolands. Those are two very okay. Whatever. Kill. I've got 2 battleships, 5 heavies. I have 2 torpedo boats, 1 battleship, 1 heavy, 1 battleship, 1 battleship, 1 heavy. And over here, 1 battleship, 4 heavies, 3 battleships, 1 heavy. So that is my. So this is my Baltic fleets, and this is my North Sea fleet, I guess, or High Seas fleet, as I believe it was called. Have provinces. My Yellow Sea fleet is just, well, it's not bad. It's 2 battleships and a heavy. I mean, that is a task force. It's no fleet though. All right, my North Oceania fleet. Wow, nothing. Torpedo boats, a light, some heavies. Really? Okay, well I got even less there. Okay, got a couple provinces over here. My Zanzibar fleet is 1 torpedo boat. My Luderitz is just 1 heavy and a light. Douala? 1 heavy, 2 lights. And I believe Lome? It could be Lome though. 1 heavy, 2 lights. And I don't think I have more provinces. Let me see. I might have a couple over here. Yes, I do. These might join the Oceanic Fleet. Another torpedo boat and nothing. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Hopefully we never get attacked by Australia, because I will be so screwed. Not that I think it matters, because France and Britain are the only people kind of mad at me right now. Actually, speaking of, how much money are we making? They got 15 GDP, Britain does, Russia has 8, I have 10, United States has 12, and when I say 12 I mean billion. Austro-Hungary has 5, Chinese has 6 billion, Japan 6 billion as well, Spanish 5 billion, France 10 billion, and Italy is another 5 billion. So basically I'm going to be going to war with like the 2 most well-off countries. Fabulous. Finances. I'm going to just immediately increase this. I like to have this because this increases shipbuilding capacity, which is always a good thing to have a lot of. So I'm going to dip about 4 million into that. Transport capacity. I don't want to cheese the game too much, which I know you can do by raising this tech budget, so I'm actually going to leave this tech budget for as long as I can, but until like one of the enemies becomes more advanced than me. Or actually, hold on. How long is this stuff going to take to research? Because if this is going to take forever, 20 months, I don't care, 5 months, 7 months, it's not... Maybe I'll increase it a little bit? I'll increase it to like 60%. Just so I can get my tech a little faster. Because I do want to get out of this like pre-Dreadnought era as fast as possible, but I do not want to just cheat the AI. I think crew training, we're going to increase that. Let's get that to at least 50. Transport capacity, we will just max out. Try and get as much money as possible, because you can't go wrong with that. And I think we build more ships now. We're making 8 million. We have a little pool of 37 million. Let's build some more ships. I have... oh yeah, 11 battleships, 18 heavies, 32 lights, 15 torpedo boats. I'm okay with the amount of lights I have. I need more torpedo boats and heavies as far as I can tell. So let's build, let's build 6 S1s and 6 runes. I think. Okay, it's actually not taking that much money. I guess I'll go build some battleships as well. Let's build... Can I just have all capital ships? I mean, I can. I mean, why not? When in Rome, am I right? I'm not in Rome, I'm in Germany, but... I mean, I would like to build out my fleets. Let's... More torpedo boats, I think. They're gonna die really quick, and I don't like running out of them. I do kind of throw them into the blender a lot. Alright, we'll build some of these. Might as well. I'm not going to design new ships. I think I'm going to wait a couple years, get some more technology, because anything I build is probably going to be pretty much on par with anything that the AI can build, because same tech, you know, it's not going to be that much different. I'll take a little bit of cash income. Okay, first turn. I like how the AI is already discarding designs despite the fact that it's like we're 1 month into the game and everyone's already like getting at each other and discarding all their ships. Well, I have mines. I don't really care. Okay, yep, all that's unlocked. Good to know. If you didn't know, turn 2 basically, February of whatever year you started at, all of the canals unlocked. Okay, politics, did anyone provoke me? No. Okay, research, is anything really getting close? I'm getting close to a better funnel system and better internal protection. And I'm working toward nickel steel. That could be good. I kind of want to go for big guns. I feel like big guns is just kind of the way to go. I mean, you can't really go wrong with it, yeah. Let's Because we have Mark 1s, and that sucks. So let's get some pre-priorities into big guns. Speed that up a little bit. I'm over building capacity. Did not realize that. No one told me that. Let's suspend. Do I have a light cruiser in building? I do. Alright, light cruiser. I'm sorry, I could care less about you. That doesn't even... Oh my god. Alright, torpedo boat. That doesn't even fix it. Oh, they're so small. What? How small are these? I'm like 300 over. They're not even 300. Okay, there we go, jeez. I think I'm gonna keep all these sliders where they are. And that should be good. Okay, next turn. Probably next turn until something interesting happens. Okay, I'm back. I probably won't do most of these on camera, but I just wanted to, in case anyone hasn't ever played this game before, kind of show that there's a couple choices like these that will pop up occasionally. They'll give a little prompt. So in this case, several of our country's shipbuilding industries are constructing warships for third countries. What is my opinion? Now with 3 choices. First one, any business cooperation with third countries improves our bilateral relations and strengthens our defense industry in the long term. And statistically, this will increase GDP, naval prestige, it'll increase unrest, which is a bad thing, and it'll also increase relations with Britain, France, and the Chinese Empire. The other options are permit such cooperation, but in a limited scope in order not to leak our secret technologies, which will give a little GDP and a little unrest. Last one is you are categorically against this practice that could strengthen our future rivals, and this will give us more naval prestige and unrest and decrease our relations with Britain, France, and the Chinese. And if you didn't know, naval prestige is, I mean, you get that from winning battles and from doing things that make you seem strong in your position as an admiral. And unrest is just basically how much the people like you. A lot of unrest means that they will overthrow you and you will lose. A lot of negative unrest will mean you will be basically fired for being a horrible admiral. And relations, just in politics, it determines if you're at war with somebody or not. So I'm going to go for this because I'm okay with the little bit of unrest, and I do like the 1% GDP. Okay, next one. They presented an ultimatum demanding they want a defector, and the minister asked me about it. So statistically, we can say no, return him, and negotiate, and then statistically that means negative relations, but less unrest, more prestige, less prestige, more unrest, and more relations, and money. That's a lot of money, jeez. I will take the money. Oh, okay, and here's the other thing. Different countries, like third countries, they will order ships from you. And in this case, they want a whole battleship. Which normally I would say no to, but considering battleships really aren't that much. Sure, I will take money. The more money I have, the more I can do with it. More ships I can buy. So yes. And this is just people provoking. Wait, what? The Austro-Hungarians are provoking me. How dare they? I think we will be... Oh, yeah, that battleship did put us over shipbuilding capacity, which is why I always try to build up my shipbuilding capacity as quick as possible. So we are 7,000 over. So what is around 7,000 tons? Is it a heavy cruiser? Our heavy cruisers are very small, and I totally forgot about that. We only have one light cruiser. I guess we can suspend one battleship and let that build out. So suspend one of mine, and then this grayed out one is the one that Brazil's ordered. You can see that over here. So now we are back under our shipbuilding capacity, and actually because of that I'm going to go resume, I think, the light cruiser, just that it gets done so I don't have to build that forever. Oh, I can also build, I have a couple 100 tons, so I can resume the rest of these torpedo boats. Yeah. Okay. So that's basically what the turn of a in-peace nation looks like. And now let's fast forward to something interesting. Okay, so something interesting immediately happened. Basically, somebody does something that makes a lot of people really mad. So we have lost negative 67 relations with France because of their attack against the Ottoman Empire. And my hopefully soon to be ally, Austro-Hungary, is also not taking a liking to them. Which does put me at a very precarious situation with the French. I'm now at negative 36. I'm also allied with Brazil, I just realized. Which is kind of funny. The only other person who's in an alliance is Denmark. So France really does not like me, which is highly unfortunate. Can't really do much about it. I'm still trying to build as many ships as possible, but it's going to take a bit. Let me see how long that bit's going to be. So I suspended the battleship. Torpedo boats are about 3 months until done. Light cruiser, just the one is 5 months. Heavy cruisers are 7 months out. More torpedo boats 5 months out. My battleships are 11 months out, though they might not be built by the time this war starts. So what I might do is I might select all of these guys and take them off limited, put them in being. Limited basically is really good for saving money, but it does reduce crew training a lot, because you'll notice if I hover over one of these guys, their crew training is cadets. So let me switch to in being, which is kind of like limited, but with less effect on crew training. It will make life more expensive though, not that much more expensive. I can't build submarines. They don't exist yet. And finances, I might increase crew training to 60% since I'm probably about to go to war soon. Okay. I think I could start amassing my fleets. The fleet over here really isn't going to be able to do much, so I might amass them all here in the Yellow Sea. None of these really have that good of a port capacity, do they? No, this one does. This one has a better one though. It's almost full already. Well, I have a fleet here. If I have a heavy down here, I will send it over. I do not. I have 2 heavies here actually. I will keep that together. Task force. Provinces here, here. 1 torpedo boat. I don't like that, but that's just going to be that way. I'm actually going to keep, I think, all the ships where they are right now. I might move out of the Baltic Sea and get ready for combat. This is 52,000 worth of ships. This is 36. I have a spot for them in Hamburg and Wilhelmshaven? Wilhelmshaven? Oh boy. And Emden, okay. So I'll send these guys to Emden. Yeah, I'll send these guys to Emden. So I can also select how many ships to send. And also specifically choose which ones not to send, but I will send all of them. And then, so they're going to Emden, and I will send the rest to Hamburg. Yeah, the rest will go to Hamburg. Commissioning a torpedo boat, I don't really care. Okay, this is France, and if we're about to go to war, then I will try my best to eliminate them. Next turn. Okay. People want to reduce financing the fleets. I don't know about that. Not a huge fan of reducing spending, but it would increase the GDP, which is always a very good thing. I'm already in a negative though, and I don't really want to do that, so let's just say, let's give the British the middle finger and move on with their lives. Alright, well I gotta... how much... I have to suspend another battleship, I think. Where's my battleships? Here we go. Let's suspend this one. Get back to... pretty good. Okay. Pretty much same... Austro-Hungary doesn't really like me as much as they used to. So I might be going into a war with no allies. These guys are doing surprisingly good on fuel. Okay, next turn. 9-inch Mark II. Ooh, a refit might be in order because I am using a lot of 9-inch guns. Okay, what would a refit look like if I was to refit my battleships? There's no refit button. I have to go into the thing and click the refit button. So it's 1 month, and they're automatically Mark IIs, which I'm actually totally okay with. Because yeah, normally these are iron plate, which, oh my, that saves so much weight. Oh. What did I do? Why is that expensive now? Well, unfortunate. If I bring this back in, maybe it'll be less. Yeah, there we go. And then I don't suppose I can get 2 of these. I can. That's the small one. Give 2 of them. That's 6. That's it. Yeah. I would like more secondaries. That dramatically increases the price very quickly. There's a lot of things I would like. Where am I spending most of my weights? I think increased shells is very unnecessary. Heavies is going to be necessary because I have 9-inch guns. I've reloaded in 45 seconds? Man. That's crazy. Max AP? Let's go increased. Still 1 month refit time. That's really good. Oh, put that back on. Let's balance it. I do not like having to cut all of my speed just to turn. I hate it. So I like balanced rotors a lot. Because of that very reason. I suppose I can do standard quarters. Okay. I like this. Oh, I still have no superstructure. Let's see. 0.3. Okay, well. 0.2, I should say. I suppose there's any way I could give myself a tiny bit more. Maybe if I reduce the for about like 1. 0.5. Okay, it's not bad. I have a little bit of protection, a little bit more engine efficiency. I got my guns are better main guns. They reload in 45 seconds, which is good. They have a much better range. Increased it by a whole 2 kilometers, I think. Or at least 1. And it should be slightly better. Alright, let's save design. And I will only refit the battleships right now. Okay. So if I was to I have a lot of ships to refit. Oh, my shipbuilding capacity just really goes down the drain so quickly. Alright, well, I guess I could suspend some battleships and focus on the refit. No, 9 months. Let's keep going. For now. Well, actually, what do my politics look like? Because if I'm close to war, then I want to refit as soon as possible. I am 1 event away from going to war. So I actually might prioritize this refit. Because Mark II is a big deal. Especially, what am I? I'm still in 1890, right? Mark II is crazy. How much over am I? Oh my goodness. I'm so over. Okay, we're gonna suspend every single battleship that I was building. Okay, now we're under again. So these are gonna refit 1 month, 1 month, 1. So I'm gonna get 4 done 1 month. That's good to know. Okay, I got a fleet here, and a fleet. Where is it? Here? Yeah, here. So I will move these to Hamburg eventually. Probably bring the ones in Bremen too. Oh, I have a fleet at Kiel. Can I move these? No, those guys are. Never mind. Okay, we're gonna go next turn. Oh, my heavy cruisers are all done. That's good to know. So I have enough for another battleship if I wanted, but I think I'll hold off for now. Because I'm gonna have 19 battleships and all 24 heavy cruisers. Where does that compare to everybody else? 19 battleships, 29 heavies, 35 CLs, 37 TVs. Pretty close to what I have. Russia's got a little less, US has got a little less, Spanish a little less, Austria-Hungary a little less, Japan a lot less. Spanish, there's no capital ships, which is understandable. They have like next to nothing. France is also really lacking on ships. What the heck? Do I have the most capital ships? Because I have 35. But if I'm fighting the French, they have mostly light ships. So if I was going to design a ship, it would be one to take out light ships, which I think is the... Actually, it could be the battleship. I mean, Mark II 9-inch guns are no joke. That's for dang sure. I think I'm pretty much just good to... I could order another battleship. I could order a couple more heavy. Let me look at the heavies again. Because they have a decent amount of secondaries. 10 3.6s is more than enough for the... And then a bunch of 3.5s and some 2.3s. This is more than enough for any ship I encounter that might be an issue in terms of a small ship. And 7.1s are definitely more than enough for the light cruisers. I might order more of these then. It's not a horrible ship. If I could add something, what would I add? No, that's pretty good. Armor's pretty decent. Not like this, actually. I'm gonna order more of these. Since France has many small ships. So I'm gonna order 6 more of those. Finances, I'm a little over, but that's gonna be perfectly fine. If I suspend... I could probably suspend a battleship now that I know I don't really need all those battleships. Let's suspend 1 heavy as well. Okay. Alright, this is when we piss off France and go to war. They've sent us an ultimatum demanding to withdraw a fleet that is operating near the borders. I don't have a fleet near the borders. Okay. They claim that it threatens their trade lines. Oh no. With who? Russia? That's the only place I have a fleet. Alright, let's, this is a disgrace, go to war. And we're going to war with France. Alright, well, that's it for this video. Thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next one, which will be coming very soon. Okay, bye-bye now.